Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my team will arguing about we should ban animal testing. Our understanding about this is animal testing is kind of experiment by using an animal as a tool, which is there will be animal by giving us kind of drug and kind of anything activity they need to do to produce kind of medicine, or just they need to learn about this animal. So there will be more casualty and can impact that the animal will be dead because of the suffering, and because of that there will be more animals suffering, and because of the suffering there will be a problem in the moralities of humanity. Okay, for today our team will present you, me as a first speaker will tell you about 2 points. The first is, because of the animal testing, there will be a chance that in the future there will be more animal suffer. And the secondly is, because of animal testing and the lot of use of animal, there will be a chance that animal will extinct. And my friend, the second speaker, will tell you about the more impact than the benefit by using animal testing. Okay, so here's my argument about there will be more animal suffering. Animal testing is using animal to find a new medicine. Can you imagine that? How many experiments they need to do before they can make one medicine? How many animals will be sacrificed to make just one medicine? In 2003, the statistic said that there are 10 million animals suffering from the experiment of medicine. You know that science is keep improving, and they need a lot of more experiment to know their hypothesis is right. So they need more animal testing, and there will be make more animals suffering in the future. In 16th century and 17th century, so many animals were killed because of this animal testing. Because of this animal were killed so many, there will be a chance that the animal will suffer, will have an extinction by its race. There are no limits by using animals. So by keep improving the experiment, nowadays we need so many experiments to do to make a medicine or to know more knowledge. We need to get more experiments to do, and by doing animal testing. You know that life is more valuable than the experiments. We keep just like ignoring that animals is also a life being. They need have right. They need to be free. They have also a soul like us, and they have their own life. So it's not right to just kill them for just our own benefit. So that's why we need to prevent the animal testing. Okay, that's from me. Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We just heard the positive sides. They tell us that animal testing is a kind of experiment by using animal. But in fact, that I disagree with this. Animal testing is kind of experiment and research by using animals. So it's not just experiment but also a research to learn about these animals. And by doing that, the experiment and research, we get more knowledge and there will be benefit for us. And also that can make us to prevent that if there are some symptoms to the animal itself in the future. So it both beneficial for us. We can learn about these animals, we can get new medicine, and also we can help these animals. So I think that the point that we need to definition that we need to tell that animal testing is the experiment and the research by using animal that has a greater impact than the benefit. That's the way of the definition should be. So in here, my team will present that animal testing is not only just a test by using animals to find a medicine. It's also because it can make us to know about these animals, to know about how these animals work, how it get more knowledge, more knowledge. And then me as a first speaker of the negative side will tell you about my 2 points of arguments. The first one is there are only several animals feel suffer. And the second thing is the method nowadays will prevent animal extinction from animal testing. And my second speaker will point you that there is more benefit. There are more benefit than on human than the impact. Why I said that there are only several animals suffer. For your information, that only vertebrates kinds of species that feel suffering, and that make that a vertebrates animals do not feel suffering. And also there are in animal testing we didn't need to use all kind of species to do animal testing because there are only a few kind of species that has ideal use for animal testing, such as mouse, rabbit, and an ant. And there will be no animal suffering because, yes, I agree that in the past, there are much more animal suffering because of animal testing. But nowadays, there are guidelines that minimize the suffering of animal. It is published in 1871 by Animal Rights Department that supported by Queen Victoria herself. And if you say that animal is suffering because only of the animal testing, well, how about they kept as a pet? You say that it should be free, but you keep them as a pet. And I will tell you that because of animal tests, by doing animal tests, we will not make an extinction by these races, because nowadays there are methods to prevent the extinction of the animal. The method is called 3R, which is replacement, reducing, and refinement. We replace the animal that to alternative animals that is more just for example, that if we're using dog for experiment and then we can and there will extinction and we can just replace it with mouse, which is 1,000 of mouse is living is whereby, and then we can reduce the number of animal using and then refinement by keeping them alive and keep them alive in their need to be is before using of the animal as an experiment. Okay, so my conclusion is that there is more, the animal is not suffering. There is less suffering for animal in using an animal testing because of this today we have a guideline, we have a method to prevent that. Thank you.